that's out there, let us know. So let's go ahead and get this meeting started. You wanna, did you already start?
Is roll call okay?
Roll call.
Oh my gosh, I better get it together. All right, Madam Deputy Clerk, I think we already did the roll call. So,
No, we haven't.
I thought I just called out the four. You want to call them out there?
Yes. Mr. Bozen,
Here.
Mr. Nichols,
Here.
Ms. Creighton Smith, Mr. Childs, Mr. Greider, Ms. Wilder,
Here.
Mr. Foyce.
Here, I'd like to make a motion for the approval of the agenda.
Second.
That motion has been made with the second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, we have a agenda. Councilman Foyce, do you want to, do we take
Yep,
these?
I can, yep, Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to receive and file copies of calls.
Second.
That motion has been made with the second, so all in favor, right? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, thank you.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to receive and file proof of publication of notice of sale.
Second.
That motion has been made with the second. All right, I believe this is an electronic vote, correct? So if you would please submit your receive and file proof of publication of notice of sale.
Mr. Foyce votes aye.
Boson, aye.
All right. Yeah, we have all ayes, so that passed unanimously. Mr. Foyce?
Yep, Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to adopt a resolution directing sale of $6 million subject to adjustment per terms of offering general obligation bond series 2023A.
Second.
Second.
All right, that motion was made with the second. Mrs. Berger?
Good evening, everyone. I'm Maggie Berger with Spear Financial. We have some information for you this evening. We did receive bids this morning on $6 million of General Obligation Bond Series 2023A. As you'll recall, as in the past, this is for your capital improvements program and your plans. We did receive just one bid today on that bidding. That bid came from Robert W. Baird of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and that is at a true interest rate of 3.3288%. That is a lower interest rate than we were anticipating. We were anticipating somewhere maybe around a 3.75 to a 4%. I also want to note that we did just have the one bid. In talking with some others in the market today, the market was has been definitely a rough market these last few weeks. And we are seeing 1 and 2 bids where we've seen 3 and 4 in the past. Last year, the city did have 3 bids. Robert Baird was in the mix, but not the winner last year. And that bid was at a 3.26. I want to point out that the 3.26 was in May of 2022, and we've had 7 interest rate increases by the Federal Reserve since that time, and so we're very happy to see the 3.3288% today. They are also going to pay you $292,049 in a premium. Some of you are aware of what that means, and in the past, they've received a premium, meaning they want a higher interest rate to resell the bonds, but they've got to make up that difference in interest rate to you up front. So those dollars can be spent on the project. Those dollars also can be spent for debt service purposes if necessary. As part of the bond issuance, as in the past, we did go out and have a Moody's Investor Service rating. The city was reaffirmed at the AA2 level. That is the level that you've been at for the past 17 years. We're very happy with that. We did include in our packet, and we can send that out electronically. We've provided that to the finance manager, but we did include some highlights in there. They talk about, items that could lead to a downgrade. I always point this out. The narrowing of a financial position. So, they like cash. They want to make sure you have cash. They talk about how your long-term debt is fixed. and that you have very good reserves in place at the end of fiscal year 22, which was the last audit that was
Lay down.
prepared. The ESG, which is environment, social and governance, that is a new, something new. I think they did this in your report last year. They put you on the neutral to low. You get an ESG score of 2. Reason that, the environment is a moderate number, and the moderate number coincides with the facts that we're here in the Midwest. We get tornadoes, we can get flooding, you're sitting on a river, things like that. But overall, very happy with the ratings report. I'd like to thank the mayor. I'd like to thank your finance manager, Bridget. I would like to thank Noel Anderson and Adrian in that office. They put together a great presentation and did a fantastic job, especially for a first time for Bridget. It was very, very well done with Moody's. So the second to the last page of our packet does lay out the bid from Robert W. Baird. And I want to point out that although there was just the one bid received, in that bid, they had a syndicate, and that syndicate included 4 additional bidders that we would typically see in a normal bond sale day. What happens is Baird comes in and says, if we're the winner, would you like to take some of it? And these bidders may have been a little too small to be playing in a range of $6 million today. So UMB Bank, Country Club Bank, Bernardi Securities, and Northland Securities are bidders that we typically see in the Iowa market from time to time. The very last page is the final debt service schedule, and that has a call feature after June 1st of 2031. So if at that time interest rates are below 4%, you would be able to call those bonds in early, refinance them. If interest rates are higher, the call is only at the option of the city, so you're just going to go ahead and continue paying on those at that time. With that, I'd answer any questions that you have, but we would recommend that you pass the resolution in front of you, awarding to Robert W. Baird of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, at a true interest rate of 3.3288%.
Say that one more time. 3.3. Okay.
3.3288.
All right. Council, any questions? All right. Hearing no questions, I also want to echo the sentiments. Every time we do have to make a presentation to Moody's and other places, but Bridget, we took a new approach this year, and it was really a good presentation by Bridget and the planning staff as well on where we're at, what we're doing, and what our community is looking like in the future, which is all part of this. So we want to thank you too so much for your leadership in this as well, Maggie and Spear Financial. So without further ado, this is an electronic vote. So if you could please register your votes.
Voice votes aye.
Both and I.
All right, and we have the other 2 on there as well. So that was approved unanimously. So thank you so much for taking time out. And Mr. Foyce?
I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion's been made with the second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We're adjourned. Thank you, council.